Hello and welcome to today's science lesson. My name is Anas and I'm a teacher in the International Knowledge School. In today's science lesson, we'll go through the workbook first to go through the homework, and then we'll move on to the pupil's book or the course book and go through today's lesson. So first of all, let's go to the workbook. Our homework was on page 45. Okay, so the homework was, look at the 10 pictures below, write the correct order for the two activities. Now we can use the initials here or the letters to write the order, and we can start with make a clay pot. So first, when you get a clay, or you're going to get a piece of clay, it's going to be shaped like a ball. So the first one is C. We can put a dash here just to separate. After you do that, remember that we put it in the ball first, and then we put it in the ball, and then we put our thumb inside to make a hole. So the next one is I. After that, we stretch out the hole and make it bigger so that it makes a bowl shape that we can shape into a clay pot. After that, we leave it out in the sun so it becomes solid, and we can use it to put things in it. So first C, then I, then A, then last but not least, G. Make a paper boat. So how do we make a paper boat? First, we take a piece of paper and we fold it in half. Then we fold it in half again, which is F. Then we take the shapes or the ends of the paper that we just folded and fold it in half again, like this, H. And then we take the bottom part and we fold it up, and that's E. And at the end, we have a nice boat that we can color and, color and draw shapes on and make it look nice. So first J, F, H, E, then B. Okay, now that we finished this one, we can go to number 4. Write the correct instructions for making a peanut butter and jam sandwich. Delicious. Okay, now you will need 2 slices of bread, margarine, jam, peanut butter, and a knife. So let's look at A. We have to put them in order first, and then we'll write them down. First, put the 2 slices of bread on a table. So put the 2 slices of bread on a table, and then full stop. Okay, then spread the margarine on 1 slice. Okay, so then spread the margarine on 1 slice. Okay, then spread the margarine on 1 slice. C, then spread the peanut butter on top. Then spread the peanut butter butter on top. Okay, next, spread the jam. Next, spread the jam. Finally, put the other piece of bread on top. Finally, put the other piece of bread on top. Of course, full stop again. Now, at the last step, eat your tasty sandwich, which is a thing that we've all been waiting for. Eat your tasty sandwich. Okay, so these are the steps to making a peanut butter and jam sandwich. Now we're done with the homework. If you need more time with it, just pause the video and copy the answers, and then you can play the video again and you can catch up with us in today's lesson. Now we're going back to the course book. We finished these pages, so we'll move on. Let's see, which page did we stop in the last time? Page 58. Okay, so page 58 is topic 12. It's about solids and liquids. Okay, so now we're going to talk about two things, which are solids and liquids. So here, solids are hard. Solids are hard. They keep their shape. So here, even if I squeeze it, it stays in the same shape. It doesn't change. Water, on the other hand, pours and flows. So water can change its shape. So here, if I hold it to the side, it takes this shape. If I do this, it takes that shape. If I do this, it takes that shape as well. So whatever way I move water, it takes whatever shape it is contained in. Okay, so solids are hard. They keep their shape. Liquids pour and flow. Liquids can change shape. Okay, so here we have an example. Wood is solid. Water is liquid. So these are two important words. Solid. So wood, this is made of wood. It is solid. See, it doesn't change shape. This is solid. But water is liquid. It changes shape. It changes its shape when I move it. Okay? So water is liquid. Wood is solid. Now, one more important word to remember is shape. Shape. So shapes can be like square, circle, triangle, rectangle, or anything else. These are shapes. Now, pour, when you're thirsty and you put water in a cup, this is called pour, or pouring water. Pour. Okay? Flow is when the water goes from the bottle to the cup. It flows as you pour it. Okay? So these are two important words to remember. We have shape, pour, flow, solid, and liquid. Okay? But let's pay more attention to solid and liquid. Again, solids are hard. They don't change shape. Liquids flow and pour. They change shape. Okay? Now here in this activity, we have a good question. Which things are solid and which things are liquid? How do you know? A shell. Now we'll write S for solid and L for liquid, okay? Or we can just write the whole thing. It's better to write solid or liquid, just so we can get used to the spelling. A shell. Is a shell solid or liquid? Does a shell change shape when you squeeze it? No. So a shell is solid. So here you write solid. Okay? Cooking oil. Cooking oil. Is cooking oil solid or liquid? Does it change shape when you pour it in from the bottle? Yes. That means it's liquid. Liquid. So here we write liquid. A desk lamp or a desk lamp. Does a desk lamp change shape when you squeeze it or when you move it? No. Orange juice. Is orange juice solid or liquid? When you drink orange juice, does it stay in its small rectangle box? No, it changes shape, so it's liquid. Okay, a chair. Does a chair change shape when you move it or when you squeeze it? No, a chair stays like it is whatever way you put it. So it's a solid, or it's solid. Okay, glasses. Are glasses liquid or solid? Do they change shape when you squeeze them or when you put them upside down? No, they stay solid. So glasses are solids. Okay, so very quickly going back, a shell is solid. Cooking oil is liquid. Orange juice is liquid. A chair is solid. Glasses are solid. Okay, so we have two things, solid and liquid. Wood is solid and water is liquid. Okay, moving on to the next exercise. For this exercise, you will need two things. A wood building block, or here I have an eraser. So anything shaped, any solid shaped like a rectangle is good enough. And a balloon filled with water. In my case, I have a bottle of water. I'll take the water and the air out so I can squeeze it. Yes, good. Okay, now hold the block in one hand, or in my case, I'm holding the eraser in one hand, and hold the water balloon in the other. How do they feel? Squeeze the block and the bottle of water, or the balloon. Which one changes shape and which one keeps its shape? So let's try here. Still the same shape. So this is solid. Now look at the water inside. Does it change shape when I squeeze it? It does. So this is liquid. Liquid changes shape and solid keeps its shape. So this is how these two things are different. Solids keep their shape, liquids change their shape. Okay, now we're going to talk about liquids. Okay, so let's see. Liquids flow. We need bowls, buckets, and bottles to carry liquids. A liquid takes the shape of its container. So here I have a bottle of water, and the water inside took the shape of the bottle. So it changed its shape to match the bottle to go inside it. Here it's in a bowl, so the water is shaped like a bowl. Here in a bucket, so it's changed its shape to go into the bucket. Here again we have a bottle of water and it's matched the shape of the bottle. Here we have a sprinkler or another bucket that we use to water plants, and it took the shape of that bucket. Here we have a container and the water took the shape of the container. Here we have a barrel, and the water took the shape of the barrel. And last but not least, we have another container, and the bottle of water, or the water, took the shape of the container. Now you can do this, we finished this one. For this one, you can do it at home as homework, so you can see how the water changes shape. Okay, you will need water containers, so we need bottles, buckets, barrels, whatever you can find. Water, a jug. A jug is like a big container that you put water in, and a funnel. A funnel is like a tube. Okay, it looks like this. You can change its shape, and you can put water through it, or any liquid, from one container to another. And the water will change its shape so it can move from one container to another. Now here is what you do. Make a collection of water containers. So here we have a jug, 2 cups of water, and a big, well, it looks like a big bottle. Pour the water from one to another. So pour the water from the jug into the container, into the cups, and see how it changes the shape. Which one of the containers that you had held the most water? So I'm guessing this one is the biggest, so this one held the most water. But your case might be different because you will have different shapes. So which one holds the most water? You can do that at home. You can take a video and send it to the inbox, and we will check it, and we'll be very happy to see you do this activity and learn a lot from it. Now, check your progress. Before we do that, we have important keywords here. Flow. Flow is when water flows. Even here in the bottle, it is flowing. So this is flow. Or you can go back to the waterfall. This is water falling or flowing. Liquid, like water, like cooking oil and orange juice. Pour. Pour is when you put water from one container to another. Not just water, it can be water, orange juice, or anything similar. Shape. So shapes can change. They can take the shape, the water can take the shape of a bottle, a bucket, or a bowl, or a barrel. So these are the shapes that water can take. Solid. Solid is an object that doesn't change its shape. So even if you squeeze it, even if you put it on something else, it does not change its shape. And this is called solid. Okay? Now, copy and complete with 2 of the keywords. Okay? So we have 2 things, and we have to use 2 keywords here to fill in the gaps. A gap keeps its shape. A liquid can pour, and what? You can pause the video, take a minute, try to answer it alone, and then play the video again and answer it with me. Okay, if you pause the video and you played it again, let's go right ahead and answer the questions. A flow? No. A liquid keeps its shape? No. A pour? No. A shape keeps its shape? No. A solid keeps its shape? A solid keeps its shape. Okay. A liquid can pour and... Liquid? No. Pour? No. Shape? No. Solid? No. So it must be flow. A liquid can pour and flow. Okay. So here's the last question. How can you hold water in your hands? What shape must you make? Say why it is hard to hold a liquid than a solid. So what shape do you have to make with your hand to hold liquid? So if I pour water from this bottle to my hand, what shape do I have to make? This is the shape. So like this, we can hold some water, but unfortunately there are some holes between our fingers. Even if we do this, the holes are still there and the water will escape through them. So you can't hold much, but you can keep just a little bit of water in your hand and a lot of it will pour down the floor. It's hard to keep water in your hand because there are a lot of pores and a lot of holes that the water can escape from. Okay? So, I told you about this as homework. Now let's go to the workbook and look at your written homework for today. Okay, your written homework for today is going to be on page 46. Okay? So here you're going to make a fan to move the air. So whenever you're feeling hot, you can use this fan to cool down a bit. Make a palm tree from a newspaper. Okay, so we're going to roll into a tube, cut halfway down, and then you'll have a palm tree. Do these today, and in the next lesson, we will do them together and see if you did a good job or not. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new today, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.